Hey everybody, this is Dan. Thanks for tuning in to the Dan's Piano Podcast. That's the podcast where Dan sits by his piano and talks, and probably, most assuredly, almost every time we'll share a song. This episode is about valleys. Well, specifically, it's about the valley of the shadow of death that's mentioned in Psalm 23. This is a psalm about being led by God, who is depicted as a good shepherd who leads his people as sheep through this valley to green pastures. There are many valleys we walk through in life, and sometimes we get there into a valley because we wandered away from our shepherd, and sometimes, as it appears in this psalm, the shepherd leads the sheep through the valley. So if today you find yourself in a valley, consider how you got there. Did God lead you there? If he did, rest assured that he's with you. He's watching out for you. He knows you can make it through. He's put you with people to help you make it through. Just stay as close to him as possible. How about if you got into the valley of the shadow of death on your own? Not by God's leading. Well, there's hope for you too, because Jesus told another story about a good shepherd who leaves the 99 sheep to go looking for his lost one. So stay put, cry out to God, wait for your rescue, and go to his voice. God gives us a choice, life or death. We have a choice to call out to him or to try to do things on our own. Choose life. Choose to be reconciled to God. Now, if you're in the valley by his leading, stay with the flock that he's put you in. Stay close to his voice. In a dark valley, you might need to walk by faith and not by your sight. Here we have the same choice, life or death. We can choose God in the valley, or we can choose to follow our own leading. Last night, as I was putting my 4-year-old to bed, I was singing a lullaby to him, and he interrupted the lullaby and asked me, "Daddy, why were you in a bad mood at work? Or why did you have a bad day at work?" And I really didn't have a bad day yesterday, so I was kind of surprised. But then he clarified and said, no, the other day. And I do remember having a bad day then. But I honestly can't remember why. I guess that tells me that it wasn't all too important why. But yeah, figuratively, I certainly was in a valley. In fact, those close to me know that I have been in and out of a valley of late. And in my relatively short life, I have been in valleys both by my own doing and by his leading. Now this time, I know for a fact that it is his leading. He's put me here, and in that I have hope. The fact that I'm recording this podcast talking about it tonight is evidence of my choosing to press forward through this valley. I'm choosing to stick with my God and to stick with the people that he's put me with. And I'm looking forward past this valley to the promise at the end of it. Let me just read the psalm and listen closely to the words. It says we walk through the valley. We don't stay there. No, the place we stay is green pastures by still waters. So hear the words. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. It's a cold, cold stone I have for a heart. It's a cold, cold home where I live in the dark. And I know there's a light that's just beyond my reach, but I live here in fright that I'll never be free. It's an old, old truth that I read aloud. It's an old, old group of friends that I found, and we read those words and we share our pain, and when each is heard, we set out again. Oh, the valley of darkness is long, but we press through the pain on our journey. For this valley will not be our home. We are destined to rest in green pastures. It's a long, long time since I've seen the day. It's a long, long climb, but I'm on my way. For the valley was dark, but now I see your light. So I choose to embark, I choose to take flight. Was a sad, sad place to camp in those shadows, a sad, sad state. But I'm leaving for the meadows, and he lights up the road, so I can finally see there's a hope and a home that he has for me. Oh, the valley of darkness is long, but we press through the pain on our journey. For this valley will not be our home. We are destined to rest in green pastures, oh, where the waters are clear and are calm, and my soul is restored and is strengthened. In his goodness we lift up our song. We are destined to rest in green pastures, oh, green pastures, oh, where the waters are quiet and are still, where his peace is made perfect and the hungry are filled, where my cup is so full that it spills. We are destined to rest in green pastures, oh, green pastures, oh, green pastures, oh.